versus DC, who's another uppercomer.
Definitely. I mean, Howtoread definitely a player that's made a lot of did a lot of damage.
I mean, people's opinions on him, they range a lot.
They definitely range a lot.
There's controversy, but he won Winner Stays On for, was it 6 weeks in a row? Something like that.
About 5, 6 weeks.
So if he wins, you just have to hold that. Like, you can't.
Pretty much.
And he's not like, okay, like his strategy might be weird or like questionable to some people, but it's not like he's using Virgil or something. Like he's still working.
And if you can't do anything about it,
I just think his team counters like a lot of the things that we picked for a while. Because like I'd say Beautiful Joe is kind of similar to Morgan in the sense that he can just fill out the screen with projectiles, and to a lot of us we're just playing missiles a lot. I think Beam is the best choice against him.
I agree. You need to stuff Beautiful Joe is like Morgan in the sense you need to stuff his momentum before it begins. If you don't do that, you might be in trouble.
I think it's really good team construction, especially now at Doom, but even just with Beautiful Joe Vajra, like it pretty much solves Beautiful Joe's only problem, which is the super jump height. So when you get that lockdown, it's just really tough to deal with because his sort of air dashing boomerang, it sort of negates push block, and then you just get put into those nasty pizza cart mix-ups, and then he goes into the slowdown, which is the real like cornerstone of his game. Like it's pretty much a guaranteed 50-50.
It more or less it basically invalidates the character that it hits.
I'd say it's the equivalent of going for a TAC. It's that much 50-50.
It's more or less equivalent of going for a TAC, but it's got a much better payoff, like regardless of win or lose, because you're still in a very bad position.
Because if you escape a TAC, you're pretty good, but escaping slow, you're still messed up like for a while, and it lasts way too long.
And you have to try and escape. You have to wait for it to wear off. If you tag out, it's just going to be just as bad. Like,
how did Strider get killed though? Didn't really
he got snapped in, Doomami.
Well, at least DC's making those sort of choices, but the Beautiful Joe Doom Shell is still strong. I'd say Howtoread's probably one of the best Striders as well. That's just good.
Yeah, his Strider's always been very, very strong. Knows when to be aggressive. The only problem I would say is he has problems with safety. He doesn't know how to keep it safe.
X-Factor, Beam. Oh, ducks it, but hold those rocks.
Alright, 1-0 Howtoread.
Even gods fall before Doom's might.
That was clean, Oh yeah, I'd say Howtoread's probably a favourite as well.
Howtoread always been strong. Always been successful.
He recently played at Capcom's office versus Zach Bennett, which didn't go too well, unfortunately. But
Zach kind of
like he's at that level to play that sort of player at the time.
Zach felt like he figured out a strategy, and it seemed to work pretty well.
He just seemed to run his normal game really, and
he ran his normal game, but he picked the character. He knew what
versatile
character
that character. Right now, a bit of a neutral game. I'm not really sure what DC should be doing with Magneto here. I'd say
it's very awkward to deal with, but I would say honestly, maybe stay full screen H Disruptor. Like,
I think Disruptor's the strongest tool against Beautiful Joe.
H Disruptor, cut him short, keep going, keep cutting him short.
I thought that only had invincibility up close, but it just went through like half a screen of photon array. So it's crazy.
Alright, let's see.
So does he have the infinite?
He does.
Okay, he goes for that one. Okay. Well, he's going for the sort of the jump in, dash down, jump in.
I hear you.
Everybody has their own variations.
Whatever
works for you.
There's a number of variations. I think those number of variations will probably go down soon. Like, people will just kind of.
Well, there is one optimal one, but
I think people will kind of homogenize into this one. Like, you know what I mean?
It's an infinite at the end of the day, so it's just taking so much damage anyway. Especially if Doom's like ridiculous scaling on his jump gun.
Exactly.
The infinite. Oh, that's dead. Oh, messes up conversion with the red hot boomerang. I like that. If you notice, he's deciding whether or not to use M upper or light upper to get past push block. Because M upper, if they don't push block, it's actually unsafe on hit. On block, sorry. So he's using the light upper to sort of regain pressure, but not be put in a punishable position.
Exactly. Keep his movement options open.
That's the name of the game when it comes to beating advancing guards. You gotta look for those moves that have momentum to them, and you can cancel from normals. Oh, it's hard to do.
It's a classic mistake because people make it.
The lockdown stride is really much better than people think. Especially it gets nasty when you just get hit by it just as you're falling to the ground, like just before, like inches before the ground, because you lose block stun, and then you can just get hit with lows and stuff. It's really nasty. That's gonna hit.
Oh, just there you go. Slow's
needed that DHC, needed to stabilize the situation, but
the
I guess this could work out because he's not. Oh, nice anti-air light. I mean medium slide. People Joe, like his normals, yeah, they're stubby, but that slide and the pizza cutter, they're respected. Nice. You have to respect them.
Nice cross up. And once again, this character's.
This is going to be a pure mix-up.
It's going to be a very
nice block. Nice block. How does do Mami work in slowdown? How does the team super work?
I don't think.
Does it not work the same way?
Well, I mean, it should work the same way, but I mean, the default on the race is slow.
Just waiting for it.
He might do max speed.
Can he do that max speed thing to dodge it? I mean, sorry, the dodge. Nice.
You can do B dodge to
you get past some of it.
You can dodge a calming shuffle, but default on the race might be a bit risky.
Just keep going in. Nice pressure, but not back. It's unfortunate, like, because the next level of Doom's pressure is obviously the dash cancelling, but even with that, it's still not great.
Agreed.
Like, if they push block at the right time, they can actually counter your try-dash in, or they can just up back out of it a lot of the time. It has its uses sometimes, like, you should generally go for it, but it's not as, like, game-changing as people sort of made it out to be a couple months ago.
Well, I mean, you can incorporate that into your game alongside things like staggered strings. I mean, there's still, you know what I mean?
Assists. Ooh, that was a YOLO.
That was very YOLO, and it wasn't quite deep enough.
Yeah, he wasn't low enough, I think, to air dash cancel it.
It wasn't low enough. No, because he tried to cross up. As far as So because of that, he had to commit to that.
Oh wow, that was weird. Try dash stand ever.
This is a 3-0. Nice. 3-0 to
Howtoread takes it. I believe that's pretty far on the winners now. Like round 3 maybe.
I think maybe.